Hello and welcome to Akamai Websites, where I help new and aspiring web designers level up the professional and freelancing game. Today I'm sharing all the details of what you can expect from the Akamai Websites YouTube channel. Ready? Let's go! Since this is the first video on the newly revamped Akamai Websites YouTube channel, I wanted to help you to make sure you are in the right place. We're going to cover the purpose of the Akamai Websites channel, who will most benefit from watching these videos, and let you know exactly what you can expect in the coming weeks, months, and, fingers crossed, years here at Akamai Websites. And the first question you probably have is, what the heck does Akamai mean? Well, right now I live in Hawaii, and Akamai is a word that essentially means smart, intelligent, or clever. So Akamai Websites basically means intelligent websites. And it's just a reminder to myself that I should always provide you with web design information that makes sense and actually helps you out. So what is the purpose of Akamai Websites? As I said at the top of the video, our goal is to help new and aspiring web designers level up their professional and freelancing game. You know, I teach at the University of Hawaii and I spend a fair amount of time around new designers, and I really feel for them. When you're first starting out, it can be overwhelming, and it's not even the technology or developing design skills, but how do you be a designer? Because there's a big difference between being able to design and being a designer and owning that professional title. Just like you can hold a camera and shoot film, but that doesn't make you a filmmaker. A lot of designers leave school not really knowing how to be effective with clients. And whether that's communicating design concepts, establishing professional systems and workflows, or just knowing what all the pieces of the web design professional puzzle are. I've also noticed that there tends to be a gap in the space between designers and developers. A lot of designers, while they have an amazing eye and design skills, maybe they don't know how to build a website. And a lot of web developers don't know how to design. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I see a lot of anxiety in designers about learning code or using certain technology. But there are ways to build websites that don't require being a coder or being a front-end web engineer. Designers have a vision, and if that vision is to bring their creativity to the web, then how do we accomplish that? So my goal is to provide my process for doing just that by sharing my own web design workflow, processes, and perspectives. So if you are a non-programmer, non-coder, who is interested in learning web design, or you are a designer and a creative who wants to learn non-technically complex ways to get started as a professional web designer, then you're probably in the right place. I'll be showing you how to transition from being a visual designer to a web designer who can build real websites, and the tools you can use that keep coding to a minimum. Or even if you know some basic web coding, maybe you've picked up a bit of HTML and CSS in the past, but you have no idea how to turn that into an actual business or become a professional web designer, then you should find some great value here too. If you want to learn front-end or full-stack web development, then there are probably other channels better suited for that. Pretty soon I'll be putting together a list of my favorite YouTubers teaching those awesome technical skills. But this channel is focused on the non-programmer designer who wants to learn to be a professional web designer. Because at the end of the day, being a professional anything, let alone a professional web designer, isn't so much about the skills, because skills are buildable, but it is about being able to be a professional. Going from amateur to pro is a process. And I'd love to be able to help you figure that out. So if you have always wanted to learn web design but found it intimidating, then I'll show you the exact process of how to build a website using almost no code and how to be a professional designer. There are a lot of great channels out there with great information, and frankly I wanted to join the conversation. Every web designer has developed their own approach, and with this channel you'll learn the approach I developed over 23 years of designing for the web. If you're a professional or freelancer already, then you may find some of the approaches interesting. I, for one, really enjoy watching other YouTubers who teach their methods because you always learn something new, or maybe even get a paradigm shift. There are a lot of ways to skin this proverbial cat, so learn from more than one source and find the method that jives best for you. So what can you expect here on the channel? Well, to start, we'll have weekly videos answering some of the most common questions I see from new web designers and those interested in starting web design. I'll also bring over my experiences teaching web design at the university, sharing current struggles that a lot of new designers have. I'll also be showing you the specific process I use with clients to design and build their websites. And we're going to start by using the rebuild of the Akamai Websites website as a case study. We'll go through the whole thing from discovery to design to development and deployment. And finally, I'll share how I work with clients and some of the tools and methods I use to make sure I come across as a professional and how you can do the same. We're going to get right into it in the next video as I start working on the Akamai Websites project, beginning with the important parts of the discovery process. You'll learn all about my specific workflow, the tools I use, and how I would approach learning web design from scratch. So if you want to get a new perspective on web design, learn how to approach it in a holistic way, and pick up some tips and methods for building websites in a smooth and enjoyable way, and level up your professionalism, then you're in the right place. Hey, if you're as excited as I am to get started, then be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be informed each time I release a new video on the channel. And if you like what you see, hit the like button and let Google know you found something you really enjoy. I can't wait to get started and start helping you build your first website. Until next time, stay Akamai.